boxing to this day. Jeez. I don't know what it is.
There we go. Hello, how you doing?
I'm good, yourself? I'm good.
Not bad. State your name, state your club.
So my name's Cath. I don't actually train with a gym. I just kind of bounce, train wherever I can.
Yeah. So for everyone that's wondering who this is one of the first people who I didn't know that followed my page. And yeah, she's been there from the start, man. So respect, thank you.
You're welcome. Got to
So
support the small ones, eh?
that's it. So how long you been boxing?
I think I was about 12 or 13, so I'm 19 now. So that's what, 6 years? 5, 6 years now? Long
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, that's how long I've been boxing actually. 5.5, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I'm not
I was
sure.
the only girl in the gym when I started. So,
Yeah.
I was training with boys and, when I left for a bit because I stopped, couldn't be bothered. I came back and there's like 3, 4 girls. So that was just after Nicola Adams properly won the Olympics. So, it was, even now you walk past boxing gyms and sometimes there's more women than there are men. So, it is getting there.
No, definitely. I think boxing's good for women because it helps them. Obviously, as you know, like women go through a lot in terms of like your body
Mm,
changes and your monthly cycles.
mm.
So it's a good way to channel your energy
Oh yeah,
into
definitely.
something.
And I think people forget, like, obviously we have to weigh in, don't you? If you've got like your fights, you've got to weigh in. Don't think people realize how hard it is for us women, that because when we are during that time in the month, we're eating like, because you do put on weight quicker. So it is really difficult. So you've got to, like, most of the time. So I'm at the moment, I don't box at the moment. So I'm walking around at like 63 kg. I used to fight at 55. So that's a whole, like,
Yeah, that's a
you
lot.
know, it's difficult, but you do what you got to do. It's always a bit of fun. Always fun.
So had you had any fights this season?
Um, no. So I kind of stopped doing amateur fights because I wasn't getting them. Because where I started quite late, as in fighting, I started fighting when I was 17. So most girls at 17, they're either non-bouters or they've got like 50, 60 bouts to the name. And I was the awkward one that had like I had one skills bout and I think that was it. Um, so I didn't actually start fighting until I was 17 and I actually did white collar instead. I've had 8 of those. Won all 8 of them actually.
Mm.
Um, Amateur, I didn't do great, and I didn't enjoy the amateurs. I didn't like the fact that you had to weigh in like every week. Whereas white collar, you could say that you were 62 and you're fine.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not a big deal. Um, Tickets were a struggle, but you managed to do it if you pestered people enough. You amateurs don't understand ticket sales.
Well, remember, I'm around the white collar scene quite a bit, so I see what they go through.
It's
Having to,
difficult.
yeah, as you say, you can get everyone to come to your first one or your second one, but after
Mm,
that,
they're a bit
paying
like, nah,
30, 40 pounds, everyone's like, nah, I'm alright, forget
in
that.
it, in it.
So how did you find like actually like the difference fighting white collar to amateur? What was the difference in actually like fighting styles for you?
So amateur's very quick, as in you get the points on based on how much you're throwing and the speed in that. Whereas white collar, it's more technical. You have to actually be seen to box. Like I did a fight at York Hall in October last year, I think October, November, just before Christmas, and there was 2 of us that were amateurs. It was me and there was another bloke. He was from another gym, And you could tell that we were amateur fighters by the way that we saw the fight. So our head movement was so much better than a white collar fighter who literally was just coming at you to hit you, and that was it. You know? So amateurs are technical, but they also do it with speed, whereas white collar, you're technical, but there's no speed, there's more power, there's more.
It's almost like the
some.
pros trying to knock each
Yeah,
other out.
yeah, yeah.
As you
There's
say,
definitely.
in amateur, if you get usually, depending on your level, if you get a clean hit to your face and your head gets rocked back, that's a standing 8 count.
It
So,
is. Had one of those, not fun.
so
It's not fun.
you know, I don't think I've had one. You know.
It's quite embarrassing because obviously I got braces, so I actually got a standing count because my brace split my lip.
Mm.
And the ref gave me an 8 count to basically get rid of the blood. And I remember looking at my coach and I kind of made eye contact with him. And you know, when you look at your coach and he's like, we knew this was going to happen, but we're not going to dwell on it. We just got to go with it. Well, I actually lost that fight because I got stopped because my lip split so bad that it wouldn't stop.
Okay.
Which is also why I stopped the amateurs, because braces are a big deal and they don't like you fighting with braces. And I was just like, I can't deal with the stress anymore, so I'm going unlicensed.
Oh, did you get many stoppages in the unlicensed game?
I won all on points. I think there was one majority and then the rest were unanimous decisions. So they're always they. I get quite emotional when I win because you know you put so much work into these fights, and I get very very emotional. It's normally the third round. You know the tears are already there, and I'm kind of blindly throwing. But you know it's because I had quite a good relationship with my old coach. Like me and him were really close. And when I split with him, so it was just after the national finals in December last year. It did hit me quite hard. I stopped training. I didn't train with anybody for a good month because I was like, I'm not going to be able to get a relationship with that again to fight. Um, which is the difficult thing for me now because the people I train with now, they're all pro fighters, you know? So
Yeah.
the way that they see a fight is completely different to how an amateur coach sees a fight, if you get what I mean.
No. I know 100%.
Mm. Like, obviously, I can't train at the moment. I haven't trained in like 2 months, so I am struggling quite a bit, but they're more my friends than my coaches,
Yeah.
which isn't good sometimes, but
Because they let you off.
yeah, yeah, definitely.
So what I was gonna say, what have you been doing this season to keep busy? If you ain't been fighting,
Photography.
yeah.
Yeah, a
And how's that
lot of
going?
photography. Really well, you know. Like, I'm kind of broadening where I'm going now, so I don't just do boxing. Um I go up to London quite a bit. Do you know Gym Box up in London?
Yeah, there's a few. Which one?
Well, all of them.
All of them, yeah.
I work with quite a few of the Team 2 guys. So you know, like Amro, Raphael, who used to box at Repton's. Um, oh, there's a lot of them, but there's like 30 fighters, and I go down, and I'll do like if they're doing a PT session, just them on the weights or on the rowing machine or whatever. I'll just be there taking their photos that they can then use in their media. Because the amateurs have slowed down because obviously there's no fights now. They've
Yeah,
stopped. They've stopped it really, haven't they?
yeah,
Um, but I sometimes train there now as well. So, I kind of the people I train with. So I do their shoots without charging for them. So they don't really charge me for my training. So it's kind
yeah.
of So I'm getting to do my job, and they're getting to produce good stuff on their media, so they can get more sponsorships.
So is that what you want to do long term?
Mm, yeah,
Yeah.
fight
What, like
photography.
fight photography? Yeah.
Mm,
What,
mm.
just boxing, or would you go into other
Oh
sports?
no, I really want to try like MMA. I've done a bit of kickboxing. That's petrifying. Um, like you literally, I don't think people understand. Just so obviously you've got like much like boxing, you've got the blue corner, red corner, and then the two white corners. And us photographers are already put in the white corners. We're not allowed in the section. And if they come at you with a flying knee, sometimes it misses and they'll come towards you. So it's about,
Look, you must get a
moving.
great shot though.
It wasn't because I actually ended up getting knocked back, but it's
Oh,
fine. But like, out of every photographer I've met, I'm the youngest one that's got their own little business running. Like I've been running that since what, January last year, I think. And I've worked with some people that, some people like you probably wouldn't even dream of being able to meet until, like I'm 19 and I've met Joe Joyce. I've not worked with him yet, but I'm hoping to. I've met, Sam Cox. Me and him are hopefully doing some work once this all goes back to normal. Jordan Reynolds, he's an ace fighter that I'm
yeah,
hoping
yeah.
to get work with. And it
He's
really
just gone
does.
pro now, hasn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And I said to him, look, even if it's just that, because I don't just do the fight side, so I also work on like the lifestyle shoot. So, what does a boxer do when they're not at the gym? Because you've got to make sure people are aware that fighters themselves aren't just someone that spends 24 hours in the gym. They've got family, they've got a life. And I
Yeah.
quite like to show that, they don't just sit in the gym all day hitting people because they really don't. They're all lovely people. I love the people I've met.
Yeah, so
They're
much
all so
respect in
fabulous.
boxing. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Mm. And they respect you as a photographer. Like the amateurs are quite bad at, if they want their photos, they'll message you like an hour after their fight. And I haven't, most of the time, I won't actually see the photos from that whole show until the Monday after, because I will go and sleep for like a week and then start editing them. You know,
Yeah.
like I did the MTK show that was just down in Brentwood, and obviously the pros know, right, okay, so I thought, say Saturday, I'll give them 2 weeks, and then I'll message going, no, do you have any photos? I'll be like, yeah, I do. Here you go. And that's done. Whereas
Yeah.
amateurs want them like that. It's difficult to make people understand that photography is quite difficult to.
Yeah. Yeah, they just think that you've taken the photos and then they're ready. They don't realize
Mm,
once you leave the arena, you still have hours and hours more work that they
mm.
don't see.
And there's a lot of times that, especially in the summer, that I'll be doing a boxing shoot on the Saturday, and then I might be at another lifestyle shoot on the Sunday. So I then have two shows to work through. Um,
Yeah.
and some people I work with, they give me like they'd be like, especially the people I work with up in London. If I shoot with them on Wednesday, they want the photos by next week. So I have to prioritize who I work with and what photos I'm editing. Um, like at the moment, I'm pausing it because of, it's quite hard for a small business like myself. There's no work for me. So
Mm.
by putting out this new old content, it's not really looking that great. So I've paused it and I'm working on my other photography, which you've probably seen of just like around where I
Black
live.
and
And
white stuff. Yeah.
yeah, so that's what I do when I'm not doing boxing. So I'll be just taking pictures of people, of dogs, cats, birds, you know, anything and
Yeah.
everything.
What was I gonna say? What's your photography page?
So it's the same as this, CM underscore photography and then underscore
Right in
combat.
the comments. Yeah, so then they can
Oops.
catch you.
There we
There,
go.
there we go in the comments. That's a comment that I've read. I've seen some of the comments. Listen, I try not to read comments because I don't want
I
to butt
know.
into what everyone's talking about. But yeah, thanks for coming on.
You're
I
very
told you it
welcome.
wouldn't be so bad talking to me. Look how rough I'm looking, man. Like,
Oh, do you know,
no.
I've had to put my hat on because so my mum cut my hair for me today. I don't even think you understand. Look, it's not that bad, is it? It doesn't look too
No, it's
bad.
all right.
But so normally I don't shave it. We did a 6 all the way around, 6 millimeters. Mm, I didn't realize how big my forehead was yet until I took, and I was like, oh. So that's gonna stay on like that until it's grown back a little longer.
Look, don't worry, look at my forehead.
My
Hey!
barber's not gonna be very happy with me.
That's it. All right, then. Well, thank you.
You're very welcome.
All right, man, and good luck with everything. And hopefully speak to you soon. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Catch you later.
All right. See you later.